Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Nerden here once again, and in today's video we are going to be looking at an interview from Toby Alexander Smith, who plays Gray. And yes, tomorrow will be the beginning of the big week where Gray's downfall happens finally in EastEnders, a storyline that has been building up now for about 2.5 years. So let's have a look at the interview. So, in response to a question about what's going through Gray's mind when he learns Tina's body has been discovered, Gray quickly realises the walls are closing around him and that he needs to come up with a plan very quickly before it's too late. He thinks it's a ticking time bomb before everyone around him realises he is responsible for killing Tina, and before Mick and Shirley find out. I think he is worried and not confident that he can escape. And then in response to a question saying this storyline has been building for a long time, do you think Gray thought he would generally get away with everything he's done? And in response, he said, I think he did think that. I think he does think that there is a chance right up to the last second that he can get away with everything. He is such a manipulator and is so used to having that power and control, I don't think he can imagine a life out without it. So, things get very interesting here in a question in response to Gray's true feelings with Chelsea, and if, he does have genuine feelings. And Toby goes on to say that he does think that Gray does care for Chelsea because, yeah, she is the mother of his child, his baby. But he is also an opportunist and sees Chelsea as his escape plan, as his fresh start. He does have this fantasy and an idea in his head of him starting this new life and getting away from all their troubles and all of Gray's problems in his past, and to just run away from it all with her. And speaking of Chelsea, she does become very suspicious of Gray. And, well, Toby does give a hint about what happens between Gray and Chelsea. Chelsea does go on to confront Gray about the past and wants the truth about all these allegations that Whitney has just told her. Gray just wants to run away with her and is trying to gain Chelsea's trust. I don't think he was expecting her to have the guts to confront him. He knows that Chelsea is strong, but just to come out with it and ask him about his deepest and darkest secret, he is quite surprised about that. If she can still love and trust Gray after finding out what the secret is, essentially, he knows that she is on his side and he can try and manipulate her some more. And speaking of manipulation, Whitney has long had her eyes set on bringing Gray to justice, and we see them have a showdown. And Toby goes on to explain that there have been some really intense moments, and also, as we already know, there is going to be a big stunt next week, which both the actors for Gray and Whitney have been filming, and apparently it's been a lot of fun to do. And apparently at this point Whitney is fearless, and she's been trying to get Gray for a long time, so there's a massive showdown that is really exciting. It was a very fun scene to film, apparently, so we'll just have to see if it is fun to watch. And two of the final questions that I think are very relevant to this video is about Gray being capable of killing again, and that is killing Whitney or Chelsea, and should they be worried. And Toby says, I think he is capable of killing either of them, absolutely. He is very much a caged animal, and if he is put in a position where he has to make a decision, it is fight or flight, then he will do whatever it takes. I believe he would. So yeah, Toby does go on to say as well that Gray would do anything to protect himself. I think he'd go to any length. He's very much a coward and will do whatever it takes to keep himself safe. So yeah, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. It does look like that, yes, things are going to be kicking off next week. We already have the trailer released, and the storyline is finally coming to a closure. Gray is finally going to get caught, and the families of his victims are finally going to get justice. However, there is one thing that I did notice in the last question, that, well, Gray could possibly kill someone else before his downfall. That would be a huge twist and kind of break away from the whole whodunit storyline of traditional soaps. And, well, imagine that. That would certainly be a twist in this long-running storyline, and it would certainly make things fresh. But would it be Whitney? Would it be Chelsea? I don't know. I guess we'll just have to find out this week. But anyway, if you are new around here, be sure to subscribe for more nerdy content as we're on the road to 10,000 subscribers, which I would love to reach by the end of this year. But with that being said, thank you very much for all the support. If you are new around here, be sure to subscribe. And yeah, goodbye for now.